everyone, it's Julia Harris, author of Pet Loss: A Spiritual Guide. This is the newest and third edition. Let's take a look back in time when this first came out in 1997, and I wrote under the pen name Eleanor Harris. I appeared on Fox News where I was interviewed about this book. Take a look.
If you've ever lost a loved one, you know what the grieving process is like, and it can be really difficult. And when you suffer the loss of a pet, it can be even more difficult because people don't always really realize what it's about and how difficult it is for people, or why. Well, in her new book, Pet Loss, Eleanor Harris talks about how to cope with the loss of a pet from a spiritual perspective. So what do we do, and what is this about, Eleanor, as far as pet loss? So what? It's a dog or a cat. Now we're bringing the spiritual stuff into it.
Well, there's a lot of criticism and ignorance about the very real emotional pain associated with pet loss. In our American society, death is considered kind of taboo and is rarely spoken of. This leads to suppressed feelings that is very unhealthy. And bringing your spiritual views into how you cope with the grieving process can be very beneficial.
I believe in doggy heaven and cat heaven, so much for that. I mean,
well, and I mean, this is from my own personal beliefs. I believe that animals do have souls, the same as people do. And I think that anyone, no matter what religion that they are or spiritual beliefs that they hold, can find a way to cope with pet loss through their beliefs.
All right, you have a chapter in your book which you talk about bereavement and the process of bereavement, and people do that in different ways, and also it's done in different cultures.
Right.
All right, why don't we start with the process of bereavement?
Well, the grieving process of pet loss is very similar to that experience with a human loved one. The grief stages in pet loss are very difficult. You have initial shock, disbelief, denial, anger, guilt, solitude, depression, and finally resolution. And what the grieving process truly is a series of these emotional states in which you can find creative ways in using your spirituality and meditation to help in coping with them. The grieving process, it lasts anywhere from a couple of days to many months, and that depends on the individual.
Okay. Listen, if anyone would like to call and talk about the loss of their pet, or the concept, do animals have souls? You know, are we going to see our friends, our furry friends in heaven? Give us a call at 1-888-TEL-FOX. I mean, as far as the spiritual guide, how do you guide people?
Well, when I have ever counseled someone who has lost a pet, I find that it's best to touch into their own spiritual beliefs. And obviously, I mean, we have a variety of religions in the United States and globally. And what you can do is, for instance, if you're a Christian, you can look into your Bible and find different excerpts from the Bible that discusses pets. I mean, we know that in the Christian religion, God considers all pets, great and small, to be precious creatures. And although it may seem many times, see, the problem is in the grieving process, we fear death and we fear the control that death has over us. And so it's very hard to find concrete answers that can help you cope. And the best thing to do is to try and tap into your own spiritual beliefs.
Well, it's a big bump in life, when, you know, especially if you have a good relationship with your pet. You're interacting on a daily basis. It's there in the morning, it's there in the evening, it's something you can readily touch.
Right.
It gives affection. And for a lot of people are having longer term relationships with their pets than they are with their spouses or significant others.
Yes.
But how does this involve as far as affect children? You know,
Well,
when you have a pet, and we as adults understand, okay, what death is, and we learn how to handle it. What would you suggest to parents when this happens?
well, the first thing to remember is a pet is a living symbol of a child's emotional security. It is for adults as well, but more so with children. A child considers their pet a sibling or a best friend. And it's very important that we acknowledge the very real emotional pain that children feel in grief and not trivialize it. The best thing to do is to be truthful with your child. Explain to them what happened to their pet in a very elementary level. In other words, try and work at your child's intellectual level. Another good thing to do is to ask your child what they believe death is, and then base your discussion on pet death by what you receive from them, the answers that you receive, and encourage questions. It is also helpful to possibly tell your child a story that involves death.
And this is really the first place most children encounter death.
Right, exactly. And it's important that children do experience some form of grief so that they learn good coping skills for later in life and to become sensitive individuals towards other people's
Eileen, we have a phone call. Hi, Maria. You're on Pet News.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Well, my comment was that my husband and I lost our dog Muffin about 1.5 years ago.
I'm sorry.
It took 2 cancer, so it was something that, she was in remission for a while, and then we had to put her down. But our comment is that the best thing that you can do is just let her grieve. We're Christians, and we knew that we had made the right choice. And the best thing that you could do, that we did, was to grieve, and then we got another dog because we didn't want to come home to an empty house. And she has been the joy of our life. I mean, she's like, that's and she helped us grieve, and she was just there.
Did you do anything special to help you handle the grief? Did you have a burial for the dog, or?
No, we didn't. We just we couldn't afford it, and so our veterinarian did all the work for us, and we just have pictures all over the house of Muffin, and we think about her, we talk about her. Even Pepper now, our new dog, she does little things that Muffin used to do, and we just laugh because it's so funny, and she has been the best medicine for us. And we did a lot of praying. And
Marie, do you think you're going to meet your dog in heaven?
Oh yeah, we do. I mean, my husband and I strongly believe that she's up there now, bothering God probably, trying to get biscuits out of his hands or something. But yeah, we do. We had a lot of encouragement from our pastor, and he believes the same. And so, we've had a lot of help. And yeah, we do believe we'll see her, and Pepper will be there, and as many other dogs that we're going to get will be there too. So.
Sure.
That's right.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Burial arrangements. What do people usually do, or what do you suggest?
Well, there's several options. Cremation. There are 2 types of cremation: group cremation and individual cremation. Individual cremation is the most sought after. This is a special arrangement where your pet is cremated and you receive the ashes back.
Alrighty, Eileen, we have to go to break. Thanks for coming. This was great. Pet Hotline is coming up next. Stay with us. We'll be back. Give us a call, 1-888-TEL-FOX.
And if you need more information, it's available in Kindle format and in paperback. I have left links to Amazon in the video description box. Under the video, expand that text box, click on the Amazon.com product link. Thank you so much for watching.